Healer here, and I'm here to do a self-healing spread for you, okay? So the self-healing spread, it really concentrates on the biggest emotional block or issue that you have inside of yourself that's limiting your growth, okay? So it's a very simple spread. I'm going to show you a diagram, and I'm also going to lay the cards out for you, okay? So our very first card tells us what our emotional block or issue is. I put it here on the bottom row in the center. I go from left to right. The left card is going to tell me how this block or issue has affected my relationships in the past. The right side is going to let me know how this block or issue affects my present relationships, okay? Now, I'm going to go up, left, right. The left side is going to tell me the lessons that I have learned as a result of this emotional block. And the right side is going to tell me the steps that I need to take to clear or work through this emotional block. Our last card is the guiding card. This card is going to let us know what steps we need to take or what guiding principle we need to take in the future to ensure we clear this block, okay? So here's my spread, and it is just a beautiful spread. I mean, it's just one of those spreads where you see the cards. I mean, you know exactly what they mean. They speak to you. They resonate so much. So this reading was really clear. So let's get into my card number one. So remember that first card is what that emotional block or issue is that's limiting my growth. So for me personally, I drew the Seven of Knives. It's so hard not to take this card for its face value. All right, we have a woman here cooking a meal, and honestly, this card represents my own mother and the lack of a relationship I've had, as far as not being raised by her, even as deep as some of her own inner turmoils that kind of bled into me. All right, so it was really easy to take this card for face value because I know that this is one of the deepest emotional blocks that I have. Now, when it comes to how this block has impacted my past relationships, I have the Ace of Coins in reverse, okay? And when I see this card in reverse, I really understand that in my past relationships, I have been attracted to broken people. I have given too much, all right? And that is monetarily, materialistically. I've exhausted myself by giving too much, all right? And been too clingy or possessive of others, all right? Now, when it comes to the right side, how this affects my current relationships, I have the Two of Baskets, all right? That Two of Baskets is really showing me that balance of harmonious relationships, right? And I can see that it can get tough for me to find that balance, all right? I'm not used to healthy, nurturing environments, so that can be a block in my current relationships, setting those healthy boundaries, communicating so that we can have that harmony. So like I said, this bottom row, I mean, wow, it really spoke to me. When we get to the next level, we start from the left, and this is the lesson that we have learned as a result of this block. So I have the Four of Coins, and it is in reverse. So from this emotional block, I have experienced lack since I was born, all right? So one lesson that I have learned is getting out of that lack mindset. I don't lack anything. I can achieve. I am worthy, all right? I am setting healthy boundaries. I am working from a strong mindset. I don't have to be obsessive and clingy, all right? So I've found myself in this space of really just being just open, and it's okay to be alone, and really overcoming that fear. And that brings me to this next card, okay? So remember, your fifth card, the card on the right side, is the steps you need to take to heal. And this card speaks so much. I drew the Ace of Knives, and this card represents just like facing your fears, right? Conquering your fears, triumphing over any adversity. So what this card is telling me that my strongest steps to take is to keep going. All right. Negative things are going to happen. Relationships are going to fail. Things are not going to work out, but you have to keep persevering and not dwelling on the past. So this card, I mean, it resonates with me just so much. Like I always say, you are the best one to read your own self. You know yourself. No one can tell you about yourself better than you can. And these cards, I mean, really spoke to me. The last card that I have, that guiding principle, it's like tears are about to come because this spread just really spoke to me. But I got the 10 of cards, and remember, this last card is like your guiding principle. It's your last message that you need to take with you as you go forward to ensure you accomplish your goals and clear that block. So I got the 10 of coins, and as you can see the different generations, right? You can see the coins on them represent fluency, right? So remember, your biggest goal is your relationship with your family. Focusing on building that wealth, building those strong legacies, building that stability. Remember, you're breaking curses. That is always the goal. So if you look here, it's just so beautiful. So again, my emotional block was a relationship with my mother. It's affected me by just being too clingy and possessive and giving too much of myself, which in turn affects me in the present by failing to find balance and harmony in relationships. The lesson that I learned is to not to give so much of myself, welcome that space, and stop operating in a lack mindset. Again, the steps that I can take is really just going forward and pursuing my goals, not dwelling on the past, and overcoming any adversity that gets in my way. And then we have the 10 of coins. Remember, that's your guiding principle. It's telling me that this is the goal, all right? Building your legacy. You keep going in that effort. And that is it for my reading. If you want to learn more about self-healing, I have a self-healing course. We're going to be healing ourselves and expanding ourselves through journal writing. It is a 12-module course that is dedicated towards clearing emotional blocks through writing. If you would like to sign up, follow the link. Classes begin next month. I will hope to have all of you in there. Naima Healer signing off.